Hello and welcome to the second episode of Fatui Only, where we try to beat Genshin Impact using only Fatui characters. So, from the previous video you were able to see that we have a really bad luck trying to pull for different characters, and we're only able to get 2 of the 4 stars that are available, one of them being Lynette and the other one Femine. So now we're going to do Kaya's domain, and I'm not really worried about this because for the first time ever, we actually have a cryo character that can make this way much easier. Although we didn't have any problems with the Archons only account, because we have Fendi, where Venti can fly up and we can cross other things. In this challenge, we actually have a cryo character, so it means that we can cross the river really easily, we can defeat the enemies really easily, and for Kaya's domain, we actually don't have anything that requires per se cryo, only to cross like the final river. But as I showed before, like we can do that with other different characters. And I think even Arlecchino can do that with his flying mechanics. So in the end, I don't think this is like a really hard domain, but at least we have an advantage that finally we have the element that we need. So I hope this domain goes really easily. We can actually, you can see, we can actually freeze some enemies, and although we destroy the freeze reaction because Femine is a Claymore character, you can actually, for example, stop these fire pillars how it's supposed to be instead of just jumping them like we did with Archons only. So what's really fun on about this account is that there are different elements that we have, there are different characters that we have, there are different weapons that we have that makes this challenge unique. And the problem is going to be when we don't have the different elements that we actually need. For example, in Lisa's domain, so we don't have any electro character that it's an Fatui that we can use release until now, especially not in our account. So that means that we need to find other ways to defeat those domains, and that might take a while, or maybe it's making them impossible. So that's something that we need to keep having in mind, trying to find different ways to defeat these domains or challenges, or we can skip them and revisit them when we actually get the appropriate character. So here's the water spikes. So as you can see, we can freeze them really easily. So I'm not really concerned about this. This should be easy peasy. So that's something that's great. I think it's the first time. Oh, I died. I think it's the first time that I have a character with the element that is required in the domain, because I remember doing all these different domains only having Venti in my account in the Archons only. So yeah, this is going to be the end of this domain, and it was really easy to do. So I'm really happy with the results of this. So now I really hope that the rest of the domains are doable. I'm really concerned about Lisa's domain that's coming next, because we don't have Electro, and there is no chances we can get Electro at all. So there are ways we can try to see if we can jump between rooms, but I don't know if that's going to work right now. So it's something we should try and see, and I guess you're going to find out once this video ends if we were able to do it or not, because at the moment I'm recording this, I actually don't know if this is possible or not. So this is the current that we can use to actually avoid some of the rooms. So originally we need to go to the left, but you can see we are elevated a little bit more, and we can try to see if we can reach that platform over there. So if we can reach that platform over there, we are able to skip the whole domain basically, and we can go basically to the end of it and try to see if this is doable or not. I don't think there is another checkpoint that we can unlock. Maybe correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But I think that's the only way that I know how to do it, because that's how I did it with Venti in Archons only. The only benefit of Venti that we don't have in here is that Venti can rise higher. So that's something that, for example, Lynette cannot do. But the Wanderer can actually do it. So that should be an option that we can actually try to pull for him. I know it's coming in the banners. So at least that's a possibility. If we are stuck in here, we cannot do it, then I think that's our only option. That means that we are not getting, or we need to be super lucky and get the characters from the current banner that it's Arlecchino and also Lenny. But and then we need to also that's a 5-star guarantee, or we need to skip them and actually get um, the Wanderer. So this is the part where I cannot continue because we actually need to use Electro. So that means that our only option to continue is to actually try to reach that platform. So I saw a lot of people doing it in other videos, so that's it means like it's doable, but I know it's doable with really tall characters and that's easier. So that's something that would require a lot of like trial and error. So I would like you to guess in the comments first if you are able to do it, and second, if you are able to do it, how many attempts do we need to actually do it? Because this is going to be our second attempt, and that's going to be something fun to actually see how many attempts we need to do it, and see the second attempt was a failure. So let's see how many attempts do we actually need to do it. I'm trying to use both Lynette and Fremine because those are the characters that I have, and although they have similar height, I don't know if there's any difference between both of them. But it seems like we're able to get really close. I don't know if there are ways we can like impulse ourselves, maybe a little bit up, maybe a little bit down. I don't know, maybe we can run a little bit, maybe we can use Lynette skill. So let's see. We are already on attempt number 10 and this is going terrible. So let me see in the comments what's the number you guess, and I will really I'm going to like and comment in the correct numbers of the people who guess correctly. It's basically by chance, so choose your better number. Maybe it's more than 10, maybe it's more than 20, 30, 40, 50. I hope it's not more than that. So you can see here that we're able to be maintained in this region for a really long time. I don't know if that means that it's doable or not, but there is a point where we can actually stay here. I hope there is any place that we can like step up, but it doesn't seem that it's close to the walls or anything like that, and we're able to fall right now. So that's something that we still need to keep trying. I don't know why we're able to do it differently or not. Maybe it's a faster route, maybe a straight route or something like that. But that's something that we actually can test a little bit more and see if we can actually do it. Oh my god, how that happened? Okay, so maybe there's a place that Lynette could grab. So we're able to do it. It took us 29 attempts, which is a lot of time. especially because I have to like die and revive a lot of things. I need to use food. You're able to see them with the life of my characters going up and down like crazy. But it's doable. So after this, I think there's nothing important left to do, nothing that requires Electro, I think. So it means that this domain is actually doable only using Fatui characters, and specifically only using the two 4-star Fatui characters, because we're not able to get any 5-star, and we don't even have like the Wanderer that would be the one that would be really easy for these kind of domains or these kind of challenges. So maybe it would be worth to get. I need to think if I should get, if I should keep pulling for trying to get Arlecchino or trying to get Liney, or I think his name's Liney, Lini, I don't know. You tell me in the comments how you pronounce it. But I will still try to wish for Arlecchino because I think it's the character I love the most. And you can see we have 12 wishes and we have another one, so 13 wishes, and we still haven't got our Arlecchino. And I don't think we're going to get enough Primogens by the end of the banner to actually get it. So I hope I don't need to spend any more real money to do it. So here is the other domain. I think is another of the Kaya's quest, and if you remember from Archons only, this gives me a lot of problems, basically because I need to time it perfectly with Venti, but now we actually have Cryo, so it means like this is really easy. And that's another reason why I really want to have a Pyro character, because Pyro is an element that was really hard for me to get, and it was, or at least I don't have it in Archons only, and I actually relied a lot on trying to get Burn and try to swirl the Pyro to actually activate different pillars and different things. So in the end, we can have a Fatui that it's Pyro, we can have a Fatui that it's Cryon. That's going to change how we play this account and how we tackle all these different things. So that means that we need to decide what are we going to get from the banners. I think Wanderer would be easier for exploration of trying to do this kind of avoiding time of some of the different challenges or different domains. But in the end, what's going to help me most is to have different elements, because we haven't Emo yet. We have it with Lynette. So I don't think I would like to get the same element again, although it gives us some exploration functionality. So then it makes me think, should I keep pulling for Arlecchino? Because I really love Arlecchino, and Arlecchino is amazing and looks amazing and the skills are amazing, but I don't think it's going to give us more functionality than the characters that we have. So what I was thinking is maybe we should get for Liney or Lini, especially because it's a bow character, it's a pyro character, it's basically a 5-star amber, and we don't have any bow characters. The only bow character that it's a Fatui is Tartaglia. He's a Hydro, but there are a lot of things that require pyro in this kind of domain. So I think maybe a good idea would be to have him and pull for him. So if I have to actually spend real money to get the different wishes, I think I can use it as punishment, because I actually love Arlecchino, and that's the reason why I created this account. So I can have that as a punishment for trying to spend more money to get a 5-star pyro character, because I don't think they're going to rerun anytime soon. So it means that we need to wait a lot of time to actually get them. And I think the way to punish myself is try to not to get Arlecchino, that's the character that I really am dying to play, and actually try to pull for the 5-star Amber, just for the functionality of the account and for functionality of the challenge. So let me know what you think in the comments, and what do you think about this. Which Fatui should I pull for? Should I pull for Arlecchino? Should I pull for Lenny? Or should I pull for Wanderer? So that's basically what I want to know from you. I might make a poll in my channel to actually see what we should do. Of course, I'm still polling for Arlecchino because I haven't decided yet, but I would really like to know your opinion about this decision. This is actually another problematic domain, because this is Amber's domain. So we actually need to reach some enemies that are in different platforms, and that's mainly painful for us because we cannot shoot any arrow or have any distance attack or something like that. So I've been trying to do this over and over again for several times and trying to see if we can reach with, for example, with Framinet or Linet attacks or skills or anything like that, you can actually trigger the different barrels. I was trying to do several things and trying to climb to these things and dying over and over again, trying to get the ultimate, trying to get the skills, and the only time that I was able to do it is when I was sitting here. So it's possible, it's doable, it happens, but it happens rarely. So in the end, after a lot of trial and error, I was actually able to hit them. I was trying to see if this is actually possible or not, and it is. So it requires a lot of patience. I'm going to cut parts of the video because if not, this would be really, really long. But after like many times, I was able to reduce the life of the Hilly Churl and actually try to do it over and over again and try to defeat it. So I think this is one of the times when I do it successfully. Maybe this is the right one, or maybe this is not. We will see if I can actually hit it. Yes, and it falls down so perfectly. So I was able to activate the barrel, and we were able to actually do it in here. So it's doable. We need a lot of patience, a lot of time, but I was able to finalize this step of these domains so we can actually continue for the next parts of the challenge. I think the next ones are kind of like smooth. We have to destroy these electro monuments, having cryo and having basically a claymore character makes this really easily. For a moment I thought we need to use a bow character, but Freminet actually can do it pretty easily with the cryo attack. So you can see here, I know that there's other ways that you can actually dive jump into the water and activate the switch without even having to do this, but luckily we can use Freminet cryo to actually stop these mechanisms, lower the water, and actually being able to activate this switch to open the next door. So this is my moment of despair because I know that we are not going to be able to hit all these different platforms to defeat all the different enemies. I saw people trying to climb things on the sides, but I'm not as good as doing that as them. I don't have the patience for that, and maybe that's another reason why I probably am going to not be able to solve this domain. So you might need to wait. I know it's a side quest, so it's not important. But this is another reason why, for example, having Lenny is better than having Arlecchino, because with Lenny we can actually shoot the arrows to the different enemies, so we can actually have distance attacks and not actually, or it's something that I think is not going to happen with Arlecchino. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but I think this is one of the reasons why actually it would be, although Arlecchino is better looking and everything, and gameplay and damage and everything, I think I would have to pull, sadly, for Lenny to actually have a benefit on, for example, distance attack and pyro in this account. So let me know what you think about this. I don't think I'm going to be able to actually solve this part of the quest, so it means I need to quit this quest, and this is going to be basically where we stop to brainstorm new ideas and continue with other quests to try to level up. And especially this is not actually a required one for the Archon story quest, so we can keep this one without finishing it, I think, for a really long time. So sadly, this is going to be the end part of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share if you really like it. I would really like to hear your opinions with regarding which Fatui character should be our next Fatui character. If it should be Arlecchino, if it should be Lenny, or if it should be Wanderer. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.